Hello, Stuart Taylor.
Hello, Dave Levinsohn. Welcome to my bedroom.
That's
often the response I get.
What are you proposing?
Proposing a restart.
It's exactly what's going to happen. The whole world's going to restart. We're going to go back to amoebas and single-cell organisms, and we're all going to have to climb out of the sea, and you're going to survive by fighting for food.
Fighting for gigs. Comedians are going to fight for gigs.
Oh, give up comedy, bro. What are you even trying to do comedy for? The essential services were listed, bro. How's that like a cough?
I would have that checked out if I was you, Dave. There's this little virus going around.
There's no comedians that are essential services, not even the good ones. Not even the big five are essential services, Stuart Taylor. And I count you amongst at least the top 5 of the top 4.
You're breaking my heart here. You're breaking my heart here, Dave Levinsohn.
Okay.
Tell me.
Who have you chatted to? I want to know who you've chatted to.
I chat to all sorts of people. Not just comedians. I spoke to our friend Kurt Skoenraad last night. So not just comics.
He's not a comedian anymore. He's not a comedian anymore.
I spoke to Paul Adams in the week.
Okay. And they're all doing okay? Are they all positive?
No, but it's up and down. Even in the conversation, they have very positive moments, and then just moments when they lose their minds and reality kicks in, and then they try and become more positive again. I think that's how the whole world feels. I mean, from morning you're fine, afternoon you're not okay, evening you're fine again. How's your days been going?
Well, you must remember, I live by myself. I live alone. I didn't have as many gigs in the last 2 years than I used to have. So I've kind of been having a home base anyway. I can't go out because my car was repossessed long before this coronavirus cuck.
So you've been social distancing for a while.
I can social distance like the best, bro.
It's rough. It's rough in our industry.
There's no difference. Yeah, so the industry was rough before this.
Yes.
The weird thing is talking to people that have got anxiety. Have you dealt with that?
Little bits. I mean, personally or friends or...
Friends. I've never known it as something in myself. But I've seen it in people that I didn't realize that it's a real thing. Anxiety, anxious people I'm struggling. Because they're passing it on to me.
I think the whole world is feeling that way. There's a definite psyche that you can feel. And if you're on social media, it's palpable. There's lots of anxiety. People don't know where their next meal is coming from. And people who you think are going to be okay. There are people on social media where I'm like, you'll be fine, man. You've got a rich dad. You've got an uncle that'll bail you out. Everyone is going, we don't know, because the rich dad is himself struggling.
That's it. This is it. So if you take, everything's changed. The rich dad who always said everything's going to be okay, patriarch, everything's going to be okay, has now seen some chinks in the armor. Yes. And that's nothing, it's not a Chinese joke. Are you wearing a karate suit?
I'm wearing a gown, you douche. I'm in bed.
Show me, what belt are you on?
White belt.
Do your kids do any activities? Like, did they do karate or scouts or something?
Andy did a little bit of judo. Dave tried a little bit of scouts. Andy's quite a musical cat. So he plays the violin. He plays the guitar. He plays.
So that basically your kids are going to get beaten up at school.
the violin kids pick on the cello kids, bro.
And then that's why that little bit of judo is going to help.
A little bit. I'll push you and your cello over.
Please don't let them become magicians or comedians.
The one is going to, I think Andy's going to become a DJ. So you can go live on Facebook.
That's, you know what? It's an essential service. People are downloading mixes. Yeah. The guys live on Facebook doing mixes. They're still getting their mixtapes out. And then they're putting a fee. You can pay as much as you like. 10 Rand, 1 Rand, 3 Rand. There's no fee. Yeah. You just put it in. If you liked it, here's my account number. Here's my Zapper code. whatever, PayPal,
And
put some money in my account if you like my mix. That is the way it's going to go.
fundamentally, the problem with what we do, our art form, is that it requires an audience there to engage with.
100%. I suppose you and I, with hosting so many years,
Yeah.
we love to see someone go, did you like that? And they go, yes, I like Game of Thrones. You're like, did you see the thing with the thing? Now we're in. With no one saying back, like I said, did you ever watch Sopranos, Stuart?
Yes, I did. I loved it.
So Tony, there we go. Now we're in.
Yep.
Now we're in. It's like a blind date. The guys that are doing the computer like this, like, isn't it funny how fruit bats? It's a fuck up because I don't know anything about fruit bats. Don't fuck off. Anyway,
listen. You, however, you had a bit of foresight because you did kind of leave comedy and dabbled in making beer, which now no one can get hold of.
If I knew about this breakdown of communication and alcohol thing, I would have bought more stock in terms of grain and hops and stuff like that for homebrew.
Yes.
Then I would have had beer at home. But I've seen this thing as a bit of a 2-3 week detox. Like, don't drink, stay focused, get up in the morning, work, do your things. Check here. That is FNB.
031. I don't answer. I don't answer 031. It's Discovery. Discovery is saying,
please urgent payment arrangements to avoid legal action. Please go to FNB online or app or dial *120*321# to make a payment arrangement. FNB Financial Services and registered credit.
So now, how are you supposed to pay your loans if you don't have an income? But now you tell them, you say, but I work for myself. Then she says, get a letter from your manager. Who owns TaylorMade? Eliska.
she does, and she's not giving out letters. I've tried.
Mr. Bond. Yeah, I don't have a cat. I have a doggy.
Nice.
This is
nice.
Coco. Coco's funnier than any of Conrad's puppets.
Very lifelike.
Yeah, I'm actually doing, that's what I've been doing while I've been locked down, learning ventriloquism. Hi. Yeah. Tuck this one away.
Sidekick.
This one's much better. What's this one? Okay. Well, you
Very good.
After you at all.
So is it just you and Jude hunkered down for the lockdown?
We did like a swap. Is 2 weeks there. Then with the extension, he's going to spend 2 weeks with me until the end of the month, maybe.
Right.
But
so
he gets a little bit of asthma and hay fever here, so it's quite hectic because asthma could lead to
yes,
the other stuff. So we got to keep an eye.
Of course, of course.
Yeah.
And what has it been like spending that much quality time?
We try to keep a schedule, so we wake up at about 11.
Good time.
We go to bed at about 3. We've watched season 1 to 10 of Family Guy, which is rather adult, but I don't care anymore. The rules have changed. And Family Guy and Modern Family. Anything with a family in, we'll watch it.
Anything with family.
The Manson family is our next one. Charles Manson. He killed all his friends. Anyway, let's talk economics. What does this look like to the untrained eye?
To the untrained eye, it is definitely a sugary drink from the United States.
It's not. It's called Zip, and I want to be sponsored by them now. Zip Cola.
Where do you buy a Zip Cola?
You go to the poor section of any supermarket, and the poorer you look, a guy will come and say, "You want some Zip Cola?" And then he opens his jacket like this, and then there's Zip Cola there.
What does it taste like, Dave?
If I had spiced gold, my goodness, the stuff would taste good.
And it comes with a straw. Straws are very frowned upon nowadays.
It's a paper straw.
Ah, okay. Is it an edible paper straw?
Not yet. You know what's nice? Tomorrow when I have a poo, it's going to look like Willy Wonka was in my toilet.
I thought you were going to say you don't need to use toilet paper because you are completely...
The people upstairs moved out, and I used to steal their Wi-Fi.
Ah,
Because I found out what the code was once when they were talking on the balcony.
right.
They moved.
Ah.
So now I have to buy Wi-Fi from the air. How do you think economics have changed? Economics was the one thing I studied at varsity when I failed trying to be a whatever it was.
Right?
The only thing I understood was economics, which was the trading of goods and services for a fair price.
Right.
So now there is no price because price is money.
Right.
Price has to do with money. No one's got money.
Right.
So everything's changed. We go
Yes.
back to barter.
Yes.
So take a comedian, magician, producer. I've got some carrots and some potatoes. Do me some magic. That's how it's gonna be, bro. You got yourself a potato.
The thing with you, Dave, is that you can't not be funny. So as much as you say, I'm not going to be a comedian anymore, you are incapable of not being funny. So it's in your bones. It's who you are. And humor is often one of our best coping mechanisms. Do you have any other coping mechanisms getting you through this time?
I'm a gardening man. I love my garden.
Right?
I do have a hassle.
Which you learned in the army. Which you learned in the army because I've watched you do
garden.
I've watched you do the gardening joke. Turn the tap louder. Turn the tap louder.
Make the tap more on.
Make the tap more on. Why are you calling me a moron?
More. Jude's laughing at my joke.
There we go.
In
Your
the
dad
army,
has got killer jokes.
I could make a beer here. You can take about 16 loaves of bread, mash it up and boil it. So it's got the yeast in already. You can add a little bit of sugar and you can boil that, but you need hops. And the only thing that's close to hops is maybe lavender or coriander. But that's about it.
Dave, do you know that if you took that recipe and you made a YouTube video, you could charge people per click and people would buy your beer recipe, lavender coriander flavored bread and sugar beer. It takes a lot, Dave, to be as honest and as candid as you are. It takes a lot of no, it takes a lot of courage to be as candid as you are in a conversation like this, which we share on the internet. You know what I mean? It's
I see. So I think it's just you and I speaking.
No, everyone's going to see it. The dude from FNB is going to see what you said to his call center. But here's the thing. You embody what great comedy is about, Dave, because great comedy is always about people at the back of the class, making fun of people at the front of the class for the entertainment of people in the middle of the class.
Jude just said what?
Your dad's the class clown, Jude. That's what I'm trying to say.
Well, I get what you're saying because the essence of it was to make someone laugh when it wasn't the right time.
Yeah.
And if you could do that, you were king. You're king.
Absolutely.
No one can mess it. So it's the church, classroom, all those places that you're not meant to laugh.
Yes. Yes.
You know what? Your other question was, what would you do first when you left?
Yes.
After lockdown. When you said, what would you do when this is over? The answer is simple. It's to be able to do whatever I want to do. What I want is just to be able to do the thing.
Yes.
Go down to the airport, fly again. Come down to Cape Town. I used to go to Cape Town once a month to the comedy club just to be a comedian that was within the countries. The thing people want is to not be told what to do. So I want to do comedy. I want to get paid for my service that I provide. I think comedy, when you said it, people need to cope. Laughing and being fun and seeing the funny side of things is a very much a psychological coping mechanism. Yeah. We should get paid the same salaries as psychologists now between this part now and the end of this thing, to cheer people up, to let them know that it's very cuck, but it's not as, it could be worse.
I love your attitude, Dave. You're always such a cynic with a little bit of optimism, and then sometimes you'll be a massive optimist with just a little bit of cynicism. Dave Levinsohn, I'm going to catch up with you soon.
Thanks for recording this.
Thanks for your time, man.
Say cheers, Jude.
Cheers, Jude. Look after your dad.